the biggest black entertainer ever. Look at his kids. They don't look black. His fortune has been passed down outside the black community, and by the time his grandkids come, they're basically white. Then there's Drake, who's mixed himself. His only son is with a white woman. So if Drake's son decides to marry a white woman, his grandkids won't look black at all. And that's his billionaire legacy gone from black hands in just one generation. Serena Williams married a white billionaire and her daughter is mixed. If she marries white, Serena's grandkids won't even look like Serena. That's one of the greatest black athletes of all time, and her line just vanishes out of blackness. Quincy Jones, the musical legend, married white women over and over. His daughter Rashida Jones is very talented, but culturally she's not tied to the black community like he was. Jamie Foxx, his daughter came from a white woman. If she marries white, Jamie's grandkids are just rich white kids with Fox's money. Andrew Tate, this one is important. His dad was black. Emery Tate, a chess champion and a proud man. Now Andrew's mom is white. And Andrew himself, all his kids are with white women. This means that the black bloodline from his father is basically gone. So Emery Tate's grandchildren are basically white. See how quick that happens? So when you look at all these examples, you see the same thing happening over and over again. The wealth, the legacy, the family tree. They slowly leave the black community, and once the grandkids show up, it's basically gone. Now I just want to preface this by saying I am not against race mixing. Love who you love. Marry who you want to marry.
Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well and taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to the brothers pushing his word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom. And going into this lesson, man, alright, it's going to be based off of the video I just played. Alright, about this bugged out guy here, that has a false understanding of somebody's nationality, man. Alright, because your nationality and who you identify as is not based off of skin color or facial features or alright, or your physique, okay? Hey, it goes based off of your father's lineage, man. All right, because, hey, man, the man is the one that carries the seed. All right, just like you were to plant a seed on the land. Let's say over here in America, right? Let's say you plant a apple tree, a banana tree. All right, an orange tree. All right, it's gonna come out whatever seed you planted. Now, if you take those same seeds and you plant it, let's say on the opposite side of this world, right? Wherever, man. You plant it in China, or in Italy, or in South Africa. Hey, that apple and those oranges and those bananas, they may look different because you planted them on different soil. It's gonna have different temperatures, different soil, okay? But even though the fruit comes out looking a little different, it's still that same all right, whatever you planted. So if you planted an apple tree, it's still gonna be an apple tree no matter how it looks, man. Whether it's a green apple or red apple, okay? Hey, you get what I'm saying, man? All right? It's going to come out that fruit. It's the same way with the man. All right? The man is the one that carries the sperm, which is what? Your seed. And you plant it into a woman. All right? And it could be any nation, man. It could be, your same nation, or it could be outside your nation. That baby that comes out from that woman is going to still go back to your nation, man. All right? As a matter of fact, let's get the etymology for the word sperm. Because a man carries a sperm, right? So it says what? Male seminal fluid Male seed of any kind. Seed, sperm. All right. So it says seed, man, because that's what the sperm is. It's seed, right? Now let's go to the etymology of seed. It says seed, sowing, offspring, progeny. Okay, matter of fact, let's get what progeny means. It says children, offspring, descent. See that? Descent, beget, lineage. Look at that. Lineage, man. All right. And then as you can see, this word here, beget. All right. That's why that's why in the scriptures, it always says, it says a man beget, so on and so forth, man. It's always the man beget. It's never, the woman begat. No. It's the man begat, so on and so forth, man. All right, just to show you that the lineage goes through a man. So let's say a so-called black man. All right, let's just say from the tribe of Judah, right, lays down with the white woman. That child is gonna come out more than likely looking like like the skin color of that white woman. Even facial features like blue eyes, whatever, blonde hair. All right. And hey, that child is still gonna be identified as a so-called black, the black man. Judah is still gonna go back to the lineage of a Judite, man. All right. And it doesn't matter if he plants his seed into a white woman, all right, into a Chinese woman, all right, so on and so forth, man. All right, hey, that's why brothers always go into how, hey, we don't even need you, you Israelite woman, to reproduce our nation, man, because the nation comes from the man. You see that? We don't even need you, women, man, of our nation. All right, because our women are the most proudful, man. Now let me grab Numbers 1-18. It says, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward by their polls. So the pedigrees, it says what? And they declared the pedigrees after the families by the house of their fathers. All right, now let's go from here to Matthew. No, wait, not this one. Romans, I meant. Hey, because yeah, man, you're gonna have people saying that you could also be a spiritual Israelite, or again, just like this, you'll have a mixed baby or something, and then people will be like, well, I'm 50% an Israelite, so that means I could also participate in being an Israelite and shit, man. No, man. Hey, that whole you being a mixed race is bullshit, man. You're not 30% this Italian, 20% Chinese, 30% whatever, man. No, you're 100% nationality goes again by your fathers, all the way to the beginning of time. Whatever nation, tribe you was from, that's who you are. Doesn't fucking matter, how many different, women of other nations was slept, was so-called intermingled through that father, that lineage from the father, man. It's still gonna be, you're still gonna be identified by your father's lineage, man. All right, this is Romans 9 and verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of Yahweh and the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whom as concerning the flesh Hamashiach came, who is over all, Yahweh blessed forever. Amen. So, hey man, it's going. There is no such thing as being a spiritual Israelite, man. All right, you either are Israelite or you're not, man. There is no, gray area, man. And again, man, yeah, you can look like the other nations, but you can still be an Israelite, man. Going through your father's lineage, man. And a lot of times you don't even need to, oh, well, I gotta do a lot of research and find out if my father's lineage goes to an Israelite. No, because a lot of times it's to the spirit that you understand you're Israelite, man. All right, hey, you fit these curses in the scriptures, man. Okay. You fit these curses ultimately, man, because these curses are not upon these other people, these other nations. Hey, these curses are on who? The Israelites, man. All right. That's why you would see, these other nations that you're just looking at them like, man, you're supposed to be, better off, but they're living a life full of, misery and shit, man. Constantly being oppressed. Hey, it's because more than likely you're an Israelite, man. And you could also identify an Israelite by they'll do some cool ass dance or some shit, man. They got a real good talent. Okay. Yeah, whether it be in sports or in music or in being an actor or so on and so forth, man. Why? Because the Israelites are the best at in these categories, man. Hey, Jake is the best, man. Jake just what is that word? Supersede. Excel. That's what I meant to say. All right, Jake excels in all categories. Why? Because this world is literally made for us. You see? So that's why, did I even read this? This is Romans 8:16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh. Okay? So you don't need to necessarily, oh, well, I don't know if my father's lineage goes back to a so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, so-called Native American man, because you'll just know. You'll just know that you're an Israelite, man. All right. You see? Hey, cause we've been scattered as well to the ends of the world, man. And it was again a part of what? The curses. This is Deuteronomy 28:64. It says, and Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. All right, so it was a curse upon our people to be scattered and mingled with all these people, man. All right, but again, your lineage goes back through your father's fathers, man. Doesn't matter how you look, doesn't matter, how they may be built physically, or hey, you'll be really fucking surprised, man. You'll think say a Edomite, a so-called Edomite, right? You'll look at them and be like, damn, that's the Edomite for sure. Fucking, their physical body is shaped, weak as hell, thin as hell and shit. Looking just like a damn Edomite. But nah, man, whole time they're Israelite, man. Hey, man, that's why these other camps be going off because hey, they see a so-called white man and they just automatically, think that it's a so-called white man. Hey, but we don't do that over here in GMS, man. Why? Because we got the truth, man. We got the ultimate truth, man. It's not just knowing the basics that you're an Israelite and you know, and then you put your own twist into the truth. Nah, man. It's about having the true truth, the whole 100% truth.